Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman, same promo code, 10% off at checkout. Both of these are fantastic deals, and they help support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. And au jour d'aujourd'hui, we're going to be playing some Abzan decks. I thought you were keeping it zany. I thought that's what you wanted. So, not a ton has changed since the last time I played Abzan in terms of the deck build. But we are running Thoughtseize, and we switched Eliminate to Heartless Act. We've also made a couple of changes in the sideboard. For example, we have 2 Innocent Blood and a single Rest in Peace, and Wrath of God, as opposed to the things that were there previously. Doesn't actually matter. The reason we're running 2 Innocent Bloods is because of the prevalence of the Hexproof Aura deck. The Rest in Peace just generally are able to help with some other nonsense if we need it with Scavenging Ooze. For what it's worth, I'm not sure we're going to need Rest in Peace. Scavenging Ooze is relatively strong, and there aren't a ton of graveyard decks right now, and Carnarium, of course, can help out with that as well. So I'm not entirely sure I need it, but that is what my sideboard is for now. The 3 Thoughtseize are going to be fantastic for this deck. It's possible I need to be running 4, but we already have ways of gaining life in this deck. Scavenging Ooze, Night of Autumn, Murderous Rider, Thragtusk, right? We have a decent amount of ways to gain life, and a Thoughtseize in a Jund-like, which is what I call Abzan, and all the other Jund-like decks, really does like the disruption that Thoughtseize brings. So I'm hoping that Thoughtseize is going to help out a lot in our matchups. Growth Chamber Guardian, as usual, is a super nice value card. You can keep getting more of it. Ooze, it's just great in like every matchup. Mythos is just removes everything. Murderous Rider deals with some planeswalkers and creatures. Night of Autumn deals with pretty much whatever. Like if you're against an aggro deck, you get to gain 4. If you're against right now, for what it's worth, an Aura deck, a Boggles deck, as you might, you get to just yeet one of those out of into Oblivion, and then of course you can just make her big, which is cool. Basri's Lieutenant is fantastic board wipe insurance. Questing Beast is just a really strong card. It's just dumb. Elspeth Conquers Death, very similar to Beast, just a very dumb strong card. Thragtusk, fantastic, gains a bunch of life, and then whenever it leaves, you get a creature. So if you're dealing with some sort of control deck, even if they exile it, you'll still get a nice beast to play with here. Vivien, I do like Vivien. She's just pretty decent value, especially considering the fact that we're running a decent number of creatures, not a ton, but a decent number. So Vivien is still decent here. Just being able to pump out creature tokens every turn is pretty nice. It's possible that this should be a different card. Maybe another Thragtusk, another Elspeth Conquers Death, or an Elder Gargoth. Any of those do kind of work. It's just 5 mana is like, we want some value here. Vraska is just great. We're able to destroy almost whatever we want. And then, of course, we can make some really nice evasive tokens. And then Casualties of War is Casualties of War. I decided not to include any like Scattered Groves or whatever, because I didn't want my mana base to get any, like, I didn't want it to get weird yet. So we're going to hop into some traditional historic ranked. We're going to answer some Discord questions. So Chief Joseph, aka Goth of Rakdos, asks, how would I die in a Rakdos show? Running like a coward, joining into the spectacle, and failing to do anything impressive, or something else. Great things. For what it's worth, I wouldn't be at a Rakdos show, because I don't want to die. This hand is fine. Got the dank Watchful Sleeves. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, that's fine. Thoughtseize v Thoughtseize. If I were to happen to die at a Rakdos show, wow. Double Thoughtseize. So this is, I'm assuming this is going to be a discard heavy deck. Although, if it's a discard heavy deck, I don't know why they took Vraska. It's Jund? I'm gonna play this because I'd like to have the possibility of playing either of my 3 drops. Interesting. So I do assume I'm going against another Jundlite, aka Jund. I think I'm going to put the Growth Timber Guardian down. I think it's the least committal, and it allows me to hold up my mana next turn. What the? Front door? Okay, so it is a discard deck. And we're going to get rid of this. Discard deck with Cascading Cataracts? Why? That's weird. We'll get rid of Heartless Act and... I guess Night of Autumn. Okay, well, we get to see a little bit more information. But it does mean that we won't be able to cast Murderous Rider. Cool. I have no idea what my opponent is doing. Good time for Thoughteize, though. My opponent has nothing on board, and they're at a... Unfortunately, I think it's just Golos, just throwing Golos into a deck. Bog me, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, here we just kill Golos. I do wish I drew a land there, but we just kill Golos and put them to 6. And once again, they don't have anything on the board, so they have to keep top decking board value. Obviously, this Blast Zone can hit me, but I'm not too worried about it. On 2, I'm going to attack first. See if my opponent wants to do anything here. I would likely die via random shrapnel, by the way. If I were at a Recto show, that's just my luck. I would die to random shrapnel. As you can see, Wizards decided to modify this board somewhat, such that the sand is no longer too obtrusive, which I think is a reasonable thing to do. So they're at 2. So I think I'm just going to cast Murderous Rider and keep the other Growth Timber Guardian in my hand. Because now they need to not only kill my Murderous Rider, or they can kill my Growth Timber Guardian, obviously. They need to also have a way to kill my Murderous Rider. This will do it.
I have the right to choose my own fate. And yours.
Sure. Then I can Conqueror's Death this.
Let death embrace you.
I think I would rather Thragtusk here, because Thragtusk gives me a way to kill them next turn, whereas dealing with Liliana, it sets me up nicely for the following turns, but doesn't actually let me do anything. So yeah, here, just do this. I don't need to show them. Yeah, I don't need to show them that I have Elspeth Conqueror's Death. So my opponent's playing like discard and stuff. They're playing a weird deck, dude. Take some Remorses. That's kind of it. What a move. Do I even bring in the Remorses? No. If I'm going first, I think I like the Remorses, but I think here this is just fine. Yeah. Well, it's just fine. Let's see. Query asks, thoughts on combo decks, the one-turn kill kind mostly. Do you find them fun, healthy to play, as against? Any favorites, least favorites? So I think combos are important parts of metagames. I think the way I distinguish between the different, like, good versus bad combo is entirely what is the format being played, what is the proposed speed of the format, if you will, and then... Okay, my opponent didn't like that I won, I guess. And then what is the... how fast does a combo win? So, for example, I like the... also, like, how fragile is the combo? So I really like the module combo from Kaladesh, where you have Decoction, Fabrication, and the other one, The 3 artifacts, you don't need the full combo to go infinite. You can kind of just, it's like a value style combo, but you know, you do have to assemble a decent amount of pieces and stuff. I'll keep this. I wonder if my opponent's playing Burn. If they're not, no respect. Right, so like that has a lot of disruption available to it. Thoughtseize? They have Thoughtseize me? This is a 4-mana Thoughtseize apparently. And then you have something like Kethis combo, where you can just win on turn 3 out of essentially nowhere. Like, you can disrupt that deck a decent amount, and you could still just not be able to win. This is interesting. So at least I get to do this. But man, the Thoughtseize count is a lot higher in this Thorn than I expected. Which sounds dumb, because obviously like Thoughtseize is an incredibly powerful card. I just didn't expect it that much. Like, I'm surprised I'm not seeing more Azorius control. But I did see some in Bolos video. Another Thoughtseize. They don't take. Okay, I was about to say, like, you don't take casualties there. Like, I have to get 3 more lands for that. So what deck are you? Sultai. All right, this is another potential Jundlight. And we're going to just cast this, even if they have a root for it. That's fine. They didn't have instant speed removal, so that's good. I would like to draw another land here, so I can play my Basri's Lieutenant into my Knight of Autumn. Yeah, so Decoction module is my favorite. Or the module combo is my favorite in terms of arena. My least favorite is probably Kethis or Breach, just because it can come online out of nowhere. If we're not talking about arena, then... Oh, look. We did the thing. We're not talking about arena. I don't know. Storm decks in most formats have really been worn down to the point where they seem to be fair. I don't know enough about Pioneer to discuss that at all. Oh, thanks, bro. You got rid of very little. I only have 1 green. So that does suck. I do think I just Scooze here, though. Yeah, even though I only have 1 green. Being able to eat their Uro next turn would be pretty dope. Especially since I have Basri, so as long as my Scooze doesn't die this turn, then we'll get a counter on it. Languish. Sucks, but that's fine. Of course, we get a land now. They're tapped. Put them down to 5. And we'll have lethal on them. And even if they kill our board, I will still have some 2/2s. So if they only kill one of our creatures, fun fact, I'll still have some 2/2s. They still can't cast this just yet. They wouldn't be able to anyway, they only have a swamp. Yeah, I can't really think of any combos outside of Arena right now, because I haven't really considered them. We didn't get a ton of information here. It's just a general Sultai Mid control deck. We're an Abzan mid aggro deck. We definitely skew a lot more towards the threat side than the answer side. We're going second. This deck seems like I can get rid of the Heartless Acts, to be honest. And I think I'd just bring in the Agonizing Remorses. I'm not sure I'll need Rest in Peace, like, ever. Shifting Ceratops is definitely a consideration, but usually it's against, like, blue decks that are using their blue as the control elements. So I think, honestly, this is probably just fine, switching out Act for Remorse. Blue Ink asks, what are your thoughts on Basri Ket? Do you think he is a good addition to the pantheon of Planeswalkers? I do. I like Amonkhet, so I like Basri. I like the whole story of him kind of recognizing what's beyond Oketra, but like standing for what Oketra, like the idol is the perfect vision of what Oketra stood for. I think that's really interesting. I'd love to see more of his like personality and stuff develop as time goes on. like this board. That's a good board. This feels very magic-y. Okay, so Zagoth, they did not have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. I would not be surprised if I saw Thoughtseize this turn. Luckily, I do have a number of 2-drops. So they might end up just getting rid of Vraska, but I'm not sure. Enigma asks, are you going to upload a playthrough of Hollow Knight Silksong to your second channel when it comes out? Yes! Absolutely, I'm going to. Here... Yeah, I think we just broke him already. Absolutely. I'm absolutely playing Silksong. Apparently there's going to be like a season 2 of Fall Guys, which is pretty hype. That's just rude. Why keep that in against me? I mean, I guess it potentially hits Scooze, but it doesn't, like, really. Okay, so I suspect they're going to have another piece of removal here. And we get to go Basri's Lieutenant into Basri's Lieutenant. We cast before combat because I want to. What's nice is that this is pro multicolored, and they do seem to have a decent amount of multicolors removal. I don't know if they're going to have Murderous Rider. Based on the fact that they had an Maelstrom Pulse, I'm going to assume that they don't. They might have a Vraska's Contempt here for Knight at bottom, though. We also dodge Extinction Event pretty nicely because we have 2 different CMCs. Languish, obviously, we pseudo-dodge because it only gets rid of 2 power from our board. Or Spiral, sure. I'm fine with that. Follow-up. Would you maybe consider putting a Hollow Knight playthrough on your second channel? Only if you have time, of course. Not a playthrough of Hollow Knight. I do think I'm going to go through the Godhome DLC, like the bosses, essentially, on my second channel. I'll need to find time to do it, so it's not going to be, like, an immediate, like, daily upload and stuff. Elder Gargoth. Elder Gargoth. Shoot. I would have liked to draw from there. So I've said a few times this video that I would like to draw land, so I do think I need to put another land in the deck. Pack Navigation. Very interesting. Draw a card, I think, is the best option here for them. Okay, so they're gonna kill my Basri Lieutenant. And I'll get a 2/2 out of it, but I do want to stop the Gargoth from getting too out of control. Play a Scooze. I don't know why you would ever do that, you stupid game. So I'll play a Scooze and I can start pumping them up. I will offer the trade here, because as I said, I am the aggressor in this game. Yeah, I'm fine with that trade. It gets it off the board so my knight is unlocked. If my opponent languishes, I guess that sucks. Do I use Scooze in that situation? Languish. Do I use Scooze? I will use Scooze, but I'm not gonna take the creature. I'll take Pacts. And I'll take Spiral. I would love to top deck lands, please. That is not a land, piece of shit. Yeah, we're just trying to put the most pressure on board that we can. Got 2 cards left. Sure. Not what I wanted to see, but, you know, it's a land. Because I really just... I assume my opponent is playing some relatively big cards. 2, 4, 6, 8. My opponent could, like, hard cast an Ooooooh. Thought array, so Thragtusk is gone. They might hit Vraska. Vraska is a decent choice here. It's just the fact that I can definitely play Thragtusk next turn, but I might not be able to play Vraska. If they have a threat in hand, they're going to take Mythos. But I assume it's going to be one of my threats, yeah. So this is great for them if I don't draw a land next turn. And as you hopefully maybe can see up here, it's 42% that I can. I need to write down actually that I need to like get assistant better. Okay, so now I know my opponent has nothing. Settings on assistant, because I don't know if I can actually make things look better here. Assistant. Okay, cool. So I can put them on a decent clock here. I'm also going to technically thin my deck slightly, so I have a higher percentage. I think you saw that might have been like 6% change or something like that. I don't know. Something small. So let's see what they have. Only 5 cards, so they 5 cards, so they would be able to play and replay Uro. So that would be 6 life. Thoughtseize takes my Vraska here. Ooh. 6. No. So the correct decision is just put this on this, put them before, and now even if they have if they have a non-exiling board wipe, they still die. All of these are even, so if they have specifically a sanction event, okay, for what it's worth, that saves them as well. Right, because it'll put them to 10, and I will have 10. Never mind, they're still dead. Unless they have something to play here. But if their plan is just Uro again, they're still dead, because I have my Mythos of Nethroi, and I will murder the crap out of it. Although if they drew another Pact Negation, that also might help. Although I guess if that's the case, then I just attack with Lieutenant. Because Lieutenant, luckily Lieutenant can attack through it all day, because it has pro multicolored. So we'll go for Lieutenant to kill this. You knew of my Mythos. Cool. 2-0 with Abzan so far. I think I am going to add one more land. Hey! You know what? I'm going in here anyway. I'll go ahead and change to this. I really wish you could organize these somehow. And then the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to literally add one land. We're going 61 cards, baby! Because I'm a bad player. Alright. Let's see here. And then Banana Split, which is my favorite channel on the Discord server. My favorite channel on the Discord server, honestly, is Alara. That is where everyone asks me questions. And if you would like to ask me questions, check out the description. It has a link to my Discord server. Head over to the Discord server, and you can ask questions on Alara. Just make sure you read the rules of things. First, hey, look, it's a Thoughtseize. CB Blood Ninja. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try one Thoughtseize, baby. Let's see what's happening. I'm gonna target myself. Ooh, okay. This is frightening. Questing Beast dies to Reckless Rage. So definitely like Innocent Blood in this matchup. I like Timely Reinforcements in this matchup. I like this fog being like actual squares. I don't know if you can see like these straight... Oh, you can absolutely see these straight lines. Yeah, what I really want here is God, what is this card's name? Basri's Lieutenant. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, I do think we just go Questing Beast. They're going to be able to kill it with Vanguard. But I think I forced them to do it with Vanguard. I think these decks run Shocks, because they do run Dreadhorde Arcanists. The Lions are back. We're going to see another Defiant Strike. So I believe we are dead on board. They attack with all three. Oh, they're just going to play Reckless Rage from hand. Yeah, they could have attacked with all three. This doesn't matter. Because that will get... They don't have one in... Yeah. I just did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess I'm not technically dead yet. Oh, okay. Not technically dead. But I'm dead though. Yeah, unfortunately nothing I can do about that. Okay, so we'll bring in the reinforcements. I actually do like Rest in Peace here. Wrath of Gods, Disfigures, Innocent Bloods, Carnariums, Languishes. And we take out a lot of this late game stuff. Vivien as well. Honestly, Casualties of War doesn't really make a ton of sense. If I'm cutting this many high drops, then I think I do want to take that Swamp back out. Although, actually, I think I want to keep the Swamp in. I think I'm probably going to want to yeet, like, a Forest. Or a Plains, I guess. I want to yeet a Plains. Damn stuff, it's too even. Forest, I think. Thoughtseize is fine. Some Beast, Thragtusk, Meadow Bottoms. Thoughtseize is one of the cards that I think is a little harder for me to justify. Drop a single Questing Beast. The reason I like Thoughtseize is because it allows me to take the creatures out of their hand, and when I'm going first, I do want a little of that. I can take some Growth Shimmer Guardians, I guess. You might be saying, like, the entire point of... Forgot I was running with this many cards. The entire point of Growth Dreamer Guardian is blah, blah, blah. Actually, I think I would rather have more Thoughtseize. Like, the Thoughtseize does damage me, but if I'm able to just deprive them of creatures, then I'm fine, right? If I can take that portion of their deck out, then there's, like, nothing they can do. This is a good hand. We have Instant Blood if they play a indestructible creature. We have Heartless Act. Otherwise, a Basri's Lieutenant is decent because it blocks nicely and it'll have 5 toughness. We have this for our white mana. They mulliganed, which is pretty... Oh, they mulliganed twice. That's what I like to say. And you'll see that from time to time in this deck because they need the creatures before they can actually make value out of the combat tricks and whatnot. I'll say good avatar and good sleeve choice for this style of deck. Should play this tapped. Could have played one of these instead. Probably should have actually, because I could have Heartless Acted at instant speed. So yeah, probably the incorrect play. Although if they don't play anything, that's fine with me. Now I can do this tapped. Heartless Act at end of turn. Yeah, so we're looking pretty decent here. Vanguard, sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna Instant Blood that. We are getting kind of lucky that they had to mulligan, but yeah, we're just gonna Instant Blood, hold up the Heartless Act. Now, this isn't the deck that I was expecting to use Instant Blood for, but I'm definitely glad that I have it. Interesting. Okay. So I will play Basri's. If they have a way to deal 5 damage to Basri or 4 damage to Basri at instant speed, they can kind of goozle me. Absolutely, so that from the Command North 100 podcast. Double shock. Double shock on the Basri. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. Obviously, I would prefer if it weren't the case, but it's fine. We have plenty of time. So let's see. What I think the biggest card that I left in were, I mean, there's Basri's Questing Beasts, and of course the Thragtusks, which just aren't. There we go. I couldn't find them. Yeah, we just passed. My opponent probably has a creature in their hand. And they're waiting to get some protection. But unless they get double protection, I still get to murder their things. No double protection, so or no protection at all. We pass. And we're chilling. We're in this matchup, we are the control. Because we are attempting to stymie them from killing us. If we draw any more Indatha Triomes, then we will absolutely be cycling them. We have plenty of mana now. We got the double cry just in case. We do only have one instant speed removal spell at present, so that is something you have to keep in mind. But never mind. And we're chilling. We're looking for Thragtusk, Ooze, Basri's, Questing Beast, Scorch Chamber Guardian. Any of those. I mean, Knight of Autumn is also quite nice. Just get a nice 4/4. She's probably going to die, but whatevs. Third shock. Third shock. Right. I think that is third shock. we'll still pass though. I mean, we're still sitting pretty. Well, sitting okay. Feather. I cast you out. One protection, not enough. Oh, all of my black was tapped. Oh no, I just didn't have enough mana. I'm dumb. That's fine. I can instant blood that. And we instant blood because it's sorcery speed. They're gonna Define Strike. That's fine. It's just cycling at this point. Okay, so we have Disfigure at instant speed and Woodland Rider. I wanted to see if they would get greedy. Don't know what's in their hand. Will I double dip for this? Yeah. Do you have another piece of protection? Alright. Sure. I have no idea why this is in the deck. This does not perp me at all. They have one card left. I've drawn 2 more cards than I have. Rest in peace. Do I want rest in peace? Not when my opponent has nothing, no action. Rest in peace is like in case they're doing a bunch of nonsense with Dreadhorde Arcanist. But if they don't have any action, there's no reason for me to maintain rest in peace. And this is exactly why. So now my Scoos can get quite large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 things this turn. So I can have a 6/6 Scoos, which is pretty nice. You need to be careful about this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat 3 things and a block, and then use Murderous Rider if they try anything funny. Yeah, I think that's the best play. It'll allow me to... Okay, so they're just going to do it now. So yeah, I'm not going to need to block. I'm still going to do this, though. They kept it on top? All right. Yep, I'm dumb. I forgot that that's how that worked. I should have... Yeah, I should have just eaten things. That was just stupid of me. I still have 2 Scoozes left, so I think I'm fine doing this. Let's see how my opponent plays. Cool. They kept that on top. So now we're going second. So I think Thoughtseizes are slightly worse. Not by a lot. I think we just keep the Thoughtseizes. I probably should have gotten rid of the Rest in Peace. I'm not sure. Well, this is where we would need it. We wouldn't have needed it as much in the second game since we're going first. Ooh, I'll keep this. It's very dangerous though. Yeah, this is a very dangerous hand. Darkest. I'm going to murder that. So what I'm really looking for is untapped land next turn, so I can play Ooze and Thoughtseize. Okay. Gonna take a lot of damage, but my Ooze is almost certainly going to die, but then I'll have second Ooze. This has to go. And we don't block Driftwood Arcanist. Does mean that I actually get to keep my Ooze around, which is good. Because next turn I'm almost certainly just going to... oh, could be there. Yeah, forget about that. Yeah, see, this is not the best. Yeah, we don't block. We can start consuming things, so they'll not get as much value. That land is good. 1, 2, 3. There aren't 3 creatures. There are 2. So if they have a Reckless Rage, then my Ooze still dies. 2, 4 drop. I think I'm still going to do this, and the reason for that is I want to be able to maybe I could actually just play Knight of Autumn. No. I want to be able to eat the combat tricks in the graveyard as well. Fight is 1. It gets indestructible, but it won't be big enough to kill my Ooze. So I'm fine with that. Vanguard, sure. And we still could have shock here. But it's most likely that the pausing is because of a Tato Vanguard. Okay. So for 4/4, I think I just want Basri's Lieutenant here. This way, even if my Ooze bites the dust of the turn, I'll get value out of it. And this is why I like Thoughtseize in this deck, because I have so much passive healing, or at least passive healing options. I don't want to attack just yet. We're below our opponent on lands, which is hilarious, but our boards should be in my favor. Obviously, if they have a a one-drop spell here, that'll be pretty garbo. Because they'll... Oh, shit. Yep. So now they can pro-green and pro-white the Legionnaire. Although if they do, then I get to kill their Dreadhorde General. Or Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, but they essentially have to do that in order to get the full value. I also didn't pay attention to their scries. Splitting them up doesn't make any sense. Bottom. That was the worst attack they could have done. What? Okay, they should have hit the Legionnaire there. Even then, I would have taken 4. They would have gotten 1 more scry. I would have killed their Arcanist, and so I've taken 4 was at 13, so I would have been down to 9, but back up to 10 because I would eat it with the Scooze. Yeah, no, that was my game regardless. I think. Obviously, there are situations in which I lose that, but generally speaking, I think it was fine. I don't think I had the stats yet. No, I think I have to, like, log out. Essentially, I think I have to reload in order to get my deck statistics, but still, that was just a classic textbook Abzan mid-range game. So, really enjoyed that. Hope you all enjoyed as well. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwind, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you'll find links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It does help a lot. And if you're curious about how I feel about arena cosmetics, check out my video that I did on my second channel. It's very passionate, I'll say. And I also did, like, weird OBS pause tricks. So, yep. Until next time, of course, all will be that number 1.